Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wilhelm Scream, and welcome back to another day in Destiny 2 for some more Destiny 2 news and Witch Queen Season of Plunder intel. And this week's Grandmaster Nightfall is the Exodus Crash Strike. I believe this is the first time we've had Exodus Crash in the Grandmaster rotation this season. If you can get this strike done, you will earn yourself a Horror's Lease Scout Rifle, and of course, if you can do it at Grandmaster, you will earn the Adept version. The champions for this strike are going to be Overload and Barrier. Remember, if you are doing it at Grandmaster, there's going to be quite a few more of them. And of course, I have all the glitches, farms, and cheeses available for this strike. It is a great week to farm, as Exodus Crash is not a particularly difficult strike at the lower level difficulties, so even if you are going for just endgame mats, it's a good week to go for them. Send in shards, enhancement prisms, what have you. Also, if you are trying to complete your Conqueror Seal, this is definitely one of the easier ones to complete because of certain things for the boss that make it a lot easier. I'm going to take you through all the difficult sections as I see them. The first one being the plate section. Most people don't realize that you don't really need to stand on the plate the entire time. You can get on the plate until the ads start to spawn in, and then I would just suggest running to the stairs behind the plate, holding out here with your teammates, or if you're doing this solo, definitely the best place to camp out and just use healing to keep yourself alive. Also remember that even after the plate is at 100%, you will still have some ads in this area. I believe there even will be a couple of champions still hanging around. And because a lot of these champions are overload champions, and you'll get several of them at the same time, it really makes it a little bit tricky. So I would suggest just making sure that you're back here until all the enemies are actually gone. The next area that I think might give some people trouble, because it's one of those things that's a little bit deceiving. It might seem like it's going to be easy because it's not actually technically part of the strike. It's sort of a transfer area in the strike, is the actual tank section. Now, the tank can actually give you quite a bit of trouble. It will one-shot you, and there is also a giant Praetorian that can spawn to the left of it on occasion, so you never really want to be anywhere in the vicinity of the tank. I would say go up to the right side of where the tank actually spawns, way up on the cliff, hang out there, still maintain some cover, maybe keep one of your teammates behind you, just because the AoE from the actual tank blast can just nuke you and your teammates on one occasion. And I believe for this strike, revives are not going to be the problem. You're more likely to just wipe than actually go through all your revives. So just make sure that you hold some cover and stay up on the right side. Now the next little area, this is not really part of the essential glitch, but I would actually say that this is the most or best utilized area of the actual boss room. Now this is solely for the boss room, which is probably going to be the thing that gives most people the most trouble. Send one teammate up to this area. Now, I've seen a lot of people say, well, if I don't have a warlock, I can't actually jump up there. Follow the pathing that you saw me do exactly. Big shout out to DJ for actually telling me this, because I actually thought you did need to use Heat Rising in order to get to this spot. But if you just clamber onto the left side of the tunnel as you enter, as you saw me, I kind of scooted up as far as I could, and then jump. You can actually do this on all the classes, even on a hunter. This is the only area above the map where you won't get the joining allies or the out of bounds dead zone. Keep one player here. I've seen a lot of people actually just try to stack all three of their teammates up there. I would actually suggest just one really be the most, simply because there's not that much room. You can risk maybe falling off or bumping each other off, but it's beside the point, because you're only going to really need one person up there. It'll actually prevent them from maybe even taking more damage than they might if you have all three, as all the aggro is going to go to this one place. You kind of want the person up here to be your boss slayer, meaning you don't want the ads to really be focusing them. You just want the boss, if anything, to be focusing them. The great thing about this spot too is no matter where the boss is, they can't actually hurt you. because of the way that the boss actually fires, the spread from their weapon actually goes too far to the left and to the right of you in this particular spot where you'll take no damage. You do have to worry occasionally maybe about add fire, but again, that's only if you aggro everything to this spot. You can also scoot behind that box if you need to. For everybody else, I would suggest going to this place. Now, this is the left side of the room as you're looking at the door, the right side of the room as you enter, behind the giant electric fences. Now, you can stand behind them. Couple of caveats. One, you won't be able to move very much because the electricity will keep you glued to the ground. So you are going to need an excessive amount of healing in this spot if you want to really hold out there. But I would suggest sending 2 of your teammates back behind these electric fences. There's ones on the left side and on the right side. I would suggest the one on the right simply because there is a small box on the right side one as you enter that you can clamber up onto if you really need to escape the lightning quickly. But in any case, the healing is going to be the number one thing. Definitely have a warlock with Well of Radiance. I would suggest maybe just tandeming them out if you have 2. I would definitely suggest bringing at least 2 warlocks in any of these strikes with you if you can, just because of the healing alone. For this strike, they really are made for it. Or you could bring a Titan with a bubble. But in any case, have 2 people behind these electric fences. I would suggest having them both behind the same electric fence. And then have 1 person up on top, as you see us having here. In that case, even if you do die behind these fences, your orbs will still hold a certain amount of aggro. So all the enemies will be pulled towards your dead teammates rather than the one that is up on top. And big shout out to Demon, because as you can see here, he makes the jump fairly effortlessly. You have as much time as you need to get to these spots, so long as you don't actually kill all the enemies in this area before that'll actually trigger the boss to spawn in. So as long as you keep 1 enemy alive, you can take as much time as you need to set up. And at Grandmaster, most people will take the time because we're really only trying to complete the strike. We're really not trying to go for any particular time, and you'll always end up with over 100k if that's something you're worried about. But that is going to be it for all the information in today's video. Hopefully you found something in this video helpful. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel for more Destiny 2 Witch Queen content like this. You can also follow me on Instagram or Twitter. Of course, they'll be linked in the description box down below. Any of those things I just mentioned also enter you into any future giveaways on this YouTube channel, and we do one every 1,000 subscribers, so you never want to miss out. And of course, if you've watched to this point in the video, you can leave a hashtag Witch Queen or a hashtag Exodus Crash or a hashtag Season of Plunder in the comments section down below for another entry into the next giveaway for this video. And remember, those secret hashtags, they stack between all videos. So if you haven't done this on a previous piece of content on this channel, you can always go back, check out another video, and of course, do it again. One more big shout out to DJ and Demon for helping me out in this strike and in the gameplay. And as always, I am Wilhelm Scream. Of course, we will see you next time. Little